one of the categories, Mu'rab or Mabni. So we'll deal with Mu'rab today. Mu'rab is what the ending of which changes. Mabni is the ending of which change. I'll give you an example of Mu'rab and another example of Mabni. جاء زيد, right? كتاب زيد and Zayd, the ending of Zayd changes from two dhammas, two kasras, two fathahs. Okay? Depending on what it is in the sentence, it changes. Ja'a Zaydun means Zayd came. Kitabu Zaydin is the book of Zayd. Daraba Ahmadu Zaydan, Ahmad beat Zayd. In each instance, Zayd's ending changes. And it changes based on what it is in the sentence. Right? So this Zayd is called an ism that's Mu'rab. Ism, Fa'il, Hal, they all have to be either Mu'rab or Mabni. So this is an example of something, a kalima, that is Mu'rab. And Mu'rab means the ending changes. Zaydun, Zaydin, Zaydan. Okay? Zayd came, the book of Zayd. Ahmad struck Zayd.
So all those three are fi'al mu'rab.
No, they're all ism mu'rab. The Zayd and these sentences or in these phrases doesn't have to be a complete sentence. Like Kitab Zayd is murakkab غير مفيد, right? إضافي. So in each instance you have an example of a sentence or a phrase where Zayd is used, but what is on Zayd changes it. So it's called Mu'rab. On the other hand, there's another kind of ism fa'il half which this doesn't happen. Ja'a Musa. Musa came. It's the name of a person. Kitabu Musa, the book of Musa. Daraba Ahmadu Musa. Ahmad struck Musa. The ending in each case stays the same. So Musa is
Mubni.
Well, this is not a good example. Let's find another example. Something that's easy to understand. You know hada, right? This. Hada. Okay, so hada means this. So ja'a hada. This came. If you point to something, this person, for example, came. Kitabu hada, the book of this. Allah Ahmad do hada. Ahmad struck this. So hada is something that you're pointing to. It could be a person, or it could be a thing, right?
So ending doesn't change, that's mabni.
So the ending of hada stays the same. Hada, hada, hada.
So it's something definite but not specific?
Hada?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not concerned with it. We are concerned with it.
No, but in terms of it being mu'rab versus mubni.
Yeah, mabni, it's called mabni because the ending doesn't change. And the first example you saw here, Zaydun, and then Zaydin, and then Zaydan, right? Here, if you replace Zayd with hada stays the same throughout. No matter what happens, what position it has in the sentence, it's still hada. Right? It doesn't become hadu or hadi, it's still hada. So this kind is called mabni, it doesn't change. The kind that the ending of it changes is called mu'rab. Simple as that.
But do they have the same meaning? So what you wrote earlier,
The meaning is the
the
same.
subject changes, but the meaning stays the same. If this is jahada, it came, and that was zaitun.
Right.
So the subject stays the same.
Right. I mean, hada occupies the same position as Zayd did.
And the meaning doesn't change, but the ending for the first one changes, the second one
The
doesn't.
second one doesn't change, right? So, in different positions, a word can take different endings. If it can, then it's mu'rab. But some in the same position, if you put some other thing which will not change, you change its position, but the ending will not change. It's called mabni. Hada, hada, hada. On the other hand, we had Zaydun, Zaydin, Zaydan, right?
So when does it need to change or?
So we have categories of ism, fi'al, harf, where we will know which is which. For example, fi'al, harf is always mabni. Harf never changes. The ending of a harf never changes. We will classify those later. For example, madi is always mabni. Madi, the fi'al madi, is always mabni. And so on and so forth, other categories. But we have to know what mu'rab and mabni is first, and then we will categorize them. Which one amongst ism, or mabni, and fi'al, and harf. One thing is for sure, harf is always mabni, but ism and fi'al can be mabni or mu'rab.
Do they have any literal meanings? Marab and Mabni?
Meaning for what?
Marab and Mabni.
Yeah, one second.